Anytime there's a top 10 clash, the focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see a team sitting in the top 5 of the conference standings, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College. And the Red Raiders will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened.
Loose in the middle. Touchdown, Canes. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Texas Tech's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Use the play fake, now to throw. He unleashes a long one. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. To throw, it's Morton. Here comes the heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. At the 30. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
Not only do they get the interception, but they're able to get a huge return. And remember, this team practices this all week, right? Once they get the interception, they've got guys turning their heads, and they're looking for blocks. They're looking for people to get a hat on down the field. And with that INT, they now flip it. That could be a big point swing in this game.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The Canes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And they will score! Touchdown, Hurricanes! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. There he goes! Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. And it's another 1st and 10 play. To the air, it's Morton. He'll take the deep shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Bauman. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. 2nd down, he'll throw it. They're setting up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds space on the right. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And the try is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll give it to the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. It'll be 3rd and long. looking downfield, it's Morton. He lofts one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. This time on target. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Looking to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric trying to help Tech on this. He lost it high and deep down the left side. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He'll be stopped short of the 40, right at the 41, and this interception has given him a great opportunity.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake, you huddle the guys up, sudden change, be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
Caught behind the line. It's Douglas. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exact...
Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Unloads to the wideout. He caught it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Trying to barge their way in. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, and they still have plenty of work to do.
And they do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Ole Miss is down, but they are not out of it. Not when that crowd spent the morning in the Grove getting ready for this one. Let's see how those fans impact the rest of this game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Florida. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking to throw, it's back. Makes the catch. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
I love that play by the defense there. Hanging back, watching the QB's eyes. Great job in coverage on the back end, and then rallying to him when he decided to go try and run for it himself. Now this defense is set up 4th.
The Hurricanes will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Tight end now in motion. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser. The Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Quickly out to the tight end. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. They'll run play action. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bauman. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Beck. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Fletcher. Knocked down for the tackle. And the Hurricanes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll do it himself. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Canes are marching down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Canes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Lofton. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They go 83 yards on the drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Punt is in the air. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Flips it out on the screen. Shakes off the defender. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So obviously to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoffs.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The Hurricanes will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Pulls and fires complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. The play action fake. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? And the Red Raiders will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Pocket breaking down. Finds the tight end. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25. Back to throw. It's back. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, another Another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Wants to go up top on first down. Complete downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Off the RPO, complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Off the play fake. Takes a hit as he fires. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Quick strike through the air for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Ole Miss looks like an old punching bag out there today, and any way you slice it, this fan base, heck, this coaching staff just didn't expect that. They're trailing by 15 to Florida. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
And the Canes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's Beck. Fires to the right. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive player right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Hurricanes send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the grab close to the logo. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll run the screen. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Eakin. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Red Raiders come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. He'll keep it himself. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Rush is on him, trying to make magic with his feet. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Lubbock. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Running to Green. Turning it on. Big play in the running game, and they get him out of bounds right at the 50-yard line.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Eakin. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And the Red Raiders want to move quickly. Off play action. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. He is dealing on this drive, completed all 5 throws, and now they have first and goal.
Yeah, and who needs balance when you got a guy like this? You trust him, getting the ball back in the pocket. The ball's coming out, spreading it around the field. Nice decision-making. This drive has been surgical for this QB.
He stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He reached into his bag for that move, and it didn't get him loose at all. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Big fella moving. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Extra point here will tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. On the run, it's Fletcher. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Beck. Caught over the middle, it's Daniels. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. The Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. Trying the left side. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric trying to help Tech on this third down. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Hurricanes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give to the back. Plows through the defense. How in the world did the offense retain possession? Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Trying play action.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
On third down, he drops to throw. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that breaks into the open. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. The Red Raiders headed quickly to the line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Got his man downfield. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Williams. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Second down, they'll go to the air. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Motion from the back. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Another sack. This quarterback group, not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2, taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright, got to protect them. This offensive line has to do a better job.
And the Red Raiders decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one, make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Now on the move. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Canes line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Now this offense is back on the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. Now facing a third and long. From the gun. Wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback now breaking the field. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Red Raiders are in the hurry-up.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Going to swing it on second down. Pressure coming. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. It'll be third and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Setting up the screen. There he goes. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The run from the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Douglas. Turns on the Jets. They get him down with this offense to set up 1st and goal from the 9. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They want to throw it. Bring in the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Offense, you got to do a better job. There's got to be more sense of urgency protecting your backup quarterback. You've already lost your starter due to injury. Now that the backup's in, you know you're going to have to hold on for just that split second longer, and they weren't able to do it there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider. They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Great pass, it's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. Oh, better look out. Makes him talk to the hand. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. They'll ride the hot hand. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Dumps it to the back. Grab near the marker, it's Fletcher. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
And the Hurricanes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. lets one fly deep. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got it in the middle. It's Fletcher. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. The Canes will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Caught in the backfield. It's Carter. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
Offense facing fourth down.
They punted away on fourth down. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Off the play fake on first down. Right on the money. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to throw, it's Beck. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Now the play fake. The short hands, it's Lofton. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Snap from the gun on third down. Throws for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Canes! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And at this stage of the game in the fourth quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
If he can make this one, the lead will be 3. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Fresno State has the lead right now, but this Bulldog Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by just 2 over Wyoming. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. And the Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Here's the pressure. They get to him as he throws. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. The Red Raiders want to crank the tempo.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw, and he's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Red Raiders are on the move. Might as well give it to him again. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a 1st down. The Red Raiders pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hudson. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. He stopped right there, short of the 1st down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead. Oh, it's blocked.
Man, I've been a holder. It's never fun to see a field goal blocked because you're so low to the ground and you have that unique perspective. You see the mountain growing in front of you, all those hands going up, and you know that kicker has got no shot. That thing is going to get blocked.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Scanning the field, it's Beck. Gets it out fast. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll run it from the gun. Gets away from 1, finds some space. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Gets it past the marker. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Looking for space. It's Fletcher. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Caught in the backfield, it's Daniels. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise